The trend right now in the watch industry is smaller.
When it comes to watches, size does matter, and bigger is not always better.
I think real men wear small watches.
Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch, and welcome to the launch of a brand new model from Erebus. Since we launched the brand back in October 2023, we've tried to offer watches to suit as many people as possible, with sizes ranging from 34mm to 41mm. Today we are launching a big boy for the big boys or girls, or for the people who just enjoy wearing a big, unashamedly, unapologetically chunky watch on their wrist. The Titan is 44mm in diameter and it weighs well over 200 grams. But the key to making a big watch wear well, frankly the key to making any watch wear well, is getting the case shape right and getting the lug to lug right. And despite its beefiness, the Titan has a 48.5mm lug to lug, meaning you don't have to have a big wrist to wear it comfortably. We've just opened pre-orders on these. I will of course leave a link to the new look erebuswatches.com website in the description of the video. As with all of our recent pre-order campaigns, you pay 50% now and the other 50% a couple of weeks before we deliver the watches. We anticipate delivering the Titans either late November or early December. You will certainly have your Titan on your wrist in time for Christmas. And with every new model Stephen and I release, we want to keep the brand moving forwards. We want to keep adding features and functions, refinements and details, constant improvements. As a consequence, the Titan is far from just a bigger version of the Origin. It features applied indices, an applied two-piece logo, a frame around the colour match date complication at 6 o'clock, a 4 o'clock crown for ease of use and comfort. The crown is lumed for the first time on an Erebus. There's a helium escape valve, a necessity for the 500 meters of water resistance that this watch is rated to. To help actually meet that resistance rating, we insisted on Viton gaskets. You can see one here in its signature green colour. We've done a full lume dial for the first time. We've got a meteorite option, 2 DLC offerings, again a brand first. All watches feature a hardness coating for long-term durability. And probably the thing I'm most excited by, for the first time ever, I believe, in any micro brand, we are offering a dial made of volcanic lava. I kid you not, this black DLC watch features a dial made of obsidian, a mineral formed during a volcanic eruption when lava supercools to effectively form a black glass. 10-year-old Jodie, who first heard of obsidian in a geography class and thought it was the coolest thing ever, is delighted about this one. So a host of improvements, a range of firsts, but still maintaining the fantastic quality and fantastic value that you know is always going to be a part of anything that we put our name to. The prices on these Titans start at only $349 for the standard dials, $389 for the DLCs and the full lume dial, and $449 for the meteorite version, plus shipping plus any applicable taxes of course. The pre-order price is a full $100 off the future RRP, by the way. Look, you can find this style of big and chunky dive watch cheaper elsewhere, but you will not find all of those features that I just listed, and you certainly won't find this level of quality for any less money than this. Alright, let's do the full dimensions and specifications, followed by a look at the entire Titan range. You know by now anyway that we love to give you choices, and there are no less than 9 different models available. Then I'll show you plenty of wrist shots, indoors and outdoors on both my left wrist and my slightly larger right wrist, so you get an idea of what the Titan might look like on your wrist. Dimensions then, well, I already told you the headliner. This one is 44mm in diameter, 15.5mm thick, but with a 48.5mm lug tip to lug tip. 22mm between the lugs. There's a bit of a taper on the Super Engineer bracelet today, down to 20 and back up to 22 for the clasp. Now, weight as sized for my 7-inch wrist is 230 grams. That's beefy. All Titans will be supplied with enough links to fit an 8¼ inch wrist comfortably. If you have a larger wrist than that, get in touch with us when you order and we'll sort you out. Crystal is super thick double dome sapphire with AR undercoating. Water resistance is 500 meters, 50 atmospheres, and the movement in the back of the Titan is the ever faithful Seiko NH35. Chosen of course for its reliability and its affordability, it helped us keep the price of the Titan down to only $349. A chunky watch needs a chunky case back, and the Titan gets it. Look at that thing, it looks great. And of course in this shot you can see that Viton gasket again, plus a pair of Erebus standards, a proper metal movement holder and quick release spring bars in the end links. Talking of end links, check the drop on these bad boys. This is actually the second round of prototypes of the Titan. We originally got these watches from our supplier in October last year, but they just weren't right at all. They were too big, and part of that was the end link, so they all went back. We completely changed the case, we made it slimmer, and we shortened the lug to lug, and we completely changed the end links to achieve this straight drop effect. Straight drop is exactly what you want to see if you want your big boy diver to wear well on smaller wrists. Case design is clean and simple, there's nothing fancy here. This is a proper tool diver after all. No polish anywhere on the watch, everything is brushed, and that bezel is seriously grippy, believe me. And the bezel action, as with all of our other dive watches, is amazing. It is a tactile and auditory delight. Notice how it sits just inboard of the case though, so you're not catching that bezel on things and twisting it unnecessarily. And notice how, just like the Origin, the insert itself is relatively small, allowing for maximum dial space, maximum hand size, and maximum legibility. Like I said, it's a tool diver at its core. And check out the crown. A big boy watch needs a big boy crown. This one is 7.7mm, but tucked in there at the 4 o'clock for comfort. Lumed, as you saw, and super grippy. Talking of super, we always knew this watch would look best on a Super Engineer bracelet, all brushed of course. There's a nice little detail at the lug tips, a chamfer, to ensure the angles are consistent throughout. Quick release spring bars as noted, screw links of course holding it together, and a nice and chunky double trigger clasp with 1 centimeter of tool-free adjustment across 6 positions. What about colours? Well, of course we have the 3 classic colours, black, blue and white, but each with their own twist, if you will. The black watch has red colour accents on the 5-minute markers, the depth rating and the seconds hand. The blue watch, which features a matching blue, all brushed, fully loomed ceramic bezel insert, features orange accents at the same positions. You can see that just like the Origin, in these core colours, the dials are textured to avoid excessive reflections. Both black and blue watches feature white surrounds to the hour and the minute hands as opposed to silver, thereby maximising their effective size and therefore maximising their legibility. The white dial watch also features orange accents, but this time features black surrounds to the hour and minute hand, again to maximise contrast and at a glance readability. And the dial on the white watch is fully loomed. In addition to those 3 core colours, we also offer the Titan in Batman. It's a different shade of blue though, it's almost purple but not quite. Contrast nicely therefore with the black bezel insert. And we have effectively a red, white and blue watch. I love a red watch, Stephen loves a blue watch, so we basically combined those 2 colours in the same case. I suspect this one might be sneaky popular amongst those who have a particular penchant for red, white and blue. Now, orange fume was a big hit in our Ascent model, so we thought we would bring it back for the Titan as well. It's a really striking shade of burnt orange and a very striking sunburst effect too, for those of you who are alright with a little bit of extra light play. The dark orange dial is framed beautifully by a paler orange all brushed fully lume ceramic bezel insert and features a colour matched date wheel, of course. If you thought the orange was striking, wait until you see the grey meteorite. We did prototype blue and green meteorite versions, but they just didn't have the effect that we wanted. This grey one is perfect though. Now, because it's a natural mineral, all of these dials will be slightly different, but if this one is anything to go by, they will all look fantastic. Again, like the full lume white dial, this one features black surrounds to all three hands for contrast and legibility. Talking of which, check out these two. For the first time, we are dabbling with DLC. We decided to offer one with a bit of colour, fume purple, again a colour option that has been popular elsewhere in the Erebus lineup, but this time with baby blue accents and white hands. This one looks so good, and I'm sure it's going to be really popular with people who want that stealthy all black look, but with just a little bit of something extra. Talking of extra, this one clearly is my hobby horse, the Obsidian dial. Indeed, I bought a big lump of the stuff on eBay and sent it to Stephen's office last year and said, we have to put this on the dial of a watch. I don't think it's been done, to my knowledge anyway, since about the 1960s. To be honest, it's not particularly noticeable. Again, it's a natural mineral, so every dial is different. Here you can see a little bit of smoking and ghosting through the glossy black and a couple of spots here and there, letting you know that it is indeed a natural mineral. I guess the best part about this one is knowing that you have got a little piece of a volcano on your wrist. And there you are, that is the watch on my wrist, as you have now seen many times so far. It's a big chunky watch, you are not going to forget you're wearing it, but that's the point. This is not a watch for people who want to forget that they're wearing it. It looks chunky, it feels chunky, but it's certainly not ridiculous. We wanted to keep it wearable, and I think we have. Stephen, in fact, has been wearing the Batman and Meteorite versions since these prototypes arrived back in Sydney. He's got a 6.5-inch wrist, and the watch fits him just fine. And there, as promised, is the watch sitting on my larger 7.5-inch right wrist. Obviously, the 4 o'clock crown for comfort becomes a bit more of a moot point if you wear it on this wrist, but it does sit well, it's nicely balanced, and the legibility is beyond question, which was, just like the Origin, a big focus of the design process. And then there's the lume. If you've been hanging to see it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's the black watch on the left in case you're interested, and quite clearly, it's the full lume watch on the right. We decided to go lume on lume on lume for the full lume because, hey, that means more lume on the watch. BGW9, and as much as our factory could pour into those indices and those hands. Now, when I turn the speed up, of course, the lume dial fades a little bit, but at the end of the test, you can still see the full lume dial glowing. More importantly though, you can still see the hands and the indices. All Titans feature all-night lume, no problems whatsoever. What else then? Accessories. We've been selling fantastic value strap packs to complement our watches from the very beginning. 3 straps for $35 or 3 straps for $45 if we're talking leather. And we're doing the same with the Titan and its increased 22mm lug width. You can add on a sports style strap pack featuring a nylon military strap, a silicone strap, and an FKM rubber strap, all quick release, all 22mm to match the watch in either black, blue, or red, white, and blue. The price is unchanged, 3 for $35. Frankly, with most other brands, you'd be lucky to get 1 strap for that money, never mind 3. We have Erebus t-shirts, just like mine, in a range of colours and a range of sizes available, and Erebus caps if you really want to show off your love for the brand, either baseball style or trucker style flatty. All of these found in the accessories section of the ErebusWatches.com website, available for you to order at the same time as your Titan. Alright, moans and niggles, you know I cannot help myself. I still find things to complain about, even with my own watches. Look, I know there may be people watching who have already got an Erebus on pre-order. We launched the Ascent size variations, so 34, 36 and 41 in February this year. Production is still very much on schedule with those. We're still aiming to deliver in the first half of August. If you feel you would rather wait until we fulfill the last pre-order before you back this pre-order, I can completely understand that. We will be ordering extra Titans to have in stock, but obviously they won't be at the discounted pre-order prices. And I'm also sure that despite the fact that we are offering no less than 9 different versions of this one, there will be people watching who would have preferred a slightly different combination, like an orange DLC or a purple in stainless steel. Again, depending on how this one goes, we may offer different Titans in the future, but for now, this is the selection and we're pretty happy with the available range. And I know there's always a bit of a pushback against anything with a Seiko NH35 in it. It's not a fancy movement, it's not a high beat movement, but it's just such a reliable movement that it was our only choice, our only consideration for this watch, and it allows us to keep the price as low as possible at $349. So there you have it. What do you think? Is big back? Like I said at the beginning, we want everybody to find a watch that they can connect with within the Erebus catalogue. The Titan, I have no doubt, will connect with people who feel the small watch trend, the small watch craze has left them behind. I don't think we're going to sell millions of these, but I have no doubt a watch with these dimensions and these specifications at the price of this one is going to make quite a few people very happy indeed. If that's not you though, and you prefer something slightly smaller, we have got plenty of Origin GMTs and Origin 38s in stock and ready to ship. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you again in the next one.